Started this job back in October. 20 vacation homes to check between tourist seasons. Most are those luxury rental properties scattered through the mountains, empty all winter except for holiday bookings. Good money for straightforward work. Property management company has me check each house twice a week, document everything with photos, make sure no pipes freeze, no break-ins, that sort of thing. The company's strict about procedures. Every visit gets logged in their app. Check all entry points, test security systems, monitor thermostats, look for water damage, take photos of any issues. Most problems are what you'd expect in winter. Frozen pipes, wind damage, occasionally animals getting in through vents. But the Morrison Lake property was different. First, noticed something wrong during that big snowstorm in December. All properties showed vacant on the booking system, but Morrison Lake had fresh tire tracks cutting through the 2-day-old snow. Not just one set, multiple tracks, like several cars had been there recently. Inside, nothing jumped out immediately. No broken windows, no kicked-in doors, but small things were off. Thermostat was set at 72. Our winter protocol is 55 to prevent freezing while saving power. Kitchen trash had fresh coffee grounds and fast food wrappers. Upstairs, shower had water droplets on the glass, slight dampness on the mat. I documented everything, called my supervisor Beth about it. She said the owner might have stopped by, but I checked. Owners were in Florida until March. Police did a walkthrough, found nothing they considered suspicious. Told me it happens all the time, with vacation properties, probably just local kids looking for a party spot. Started paying closer attention after that. Morrison Lake kept showing subtle signs of use. Different trash in the kitchen bin that wasn't there on my last check. Furniture moved slightly, couch a few inches off its marks on the carpet. Dining chairs not quite aligned. Found cigarette butts in the snow by the back door. Always Marlboro Reds. Always in the same spot. Other properties in my route started showing similar patterns. Always during bad weather, when the access roads were difficult to navigate. Always houses that showed as vacant in the booking system. Someone was monitoring the availability calendar, knowing exactly which houses would be empty. Started keeping my own records, separate from the company app. Dates, times, specific things moved or changed. Noticed the activity increased during storms, when police response times would be longest. These weren't random break-ins. This was organized, methodical. Last week, another major storm hit. Most roads were nearly impassable. Took me 2 hours to reach Morrison Lake. As I pulled up, noticed an unfamiliar black Ford truck parked behind the house, mostly hidden from the road. Inside, I could hear multiple people moving around upstairs. Called police, but dispatch said it would be at least an hour in this weather. As I was backing my car out, trying to stay quiet in the snow, someone came to the upstairs window. Not some teenager looking for a party place. Middle-aged guy, well-dressed, hair neatly trimmed. He smiled and waved at me, completely calm, like he belonged there. Like he knew I couldn't do anything about it. Police arrived almost 2 hours later. House was empty by then, but they found evidence of regular use. Maps of other vacation properties in the area, printouts of rental calendars from multiple booking websites, detailed notes about property check schedules, including mine. They think someone's been using empty holiday homes as temporary storage for something illegal, moving between properties during storms when nobody's watching. The investigation revealed more. Similar reports from property managers across 3 counties. Always targeting luxury rentals in remote areas, always during bad weather. Police found high-end security system components in some houses, not to break in, but to warn when someone was coming. These weren't amateurs. I quit last week. Found work at a garage in town, regular hours, normal customers. Pays worse, but at least I know what I'm dealing with. Still drive past these properties sometimes, especially during storms. Keep seeing unfamiliar vehicles parked behind empty houses. keep thinking about that man waving at me. So confident in his routine, he didn't even worry about being seen. The company installed better security systems, added cameras, increased patrols when weather allows. But up here, during winter storms, you can hide pretty easily. People can live in empty vacation homes for days before anyone checks. And sometimes, the person doing the checking isn't the one you need to worry about. Yesterday, got a call from the detective handling the case. They found my replacement, the new property caretaker, had a record. Same charges they're investigating now. Makes you wonder how many property managers are actually checking houses and how many are just checking which ones are empty. The Morrison Lake property sold last month. New owners, new security system, new property management company. But yesterday, during the snowstorm, I drove past out of habit. Saw fresh tire tracks in the snow, leading behind the house. Same pattern as before. Because some things don't really change. They just moved to a different empty house, waiting for the next storm. I still have copies of my records. Dates, times, patterns I noticed. Gave everything to the police, but kept copies for myself. Because sometimes vacant houses aren't really vacant. Sometimes the people using them are just better at hiding than we are at looking. And sometimes, the best security system can't protect against people who know exactly when nobody's watching. They never caught the guy who waved at me. Police say he's probably long gone, moved to another area with empty vacation homes. But every time it snows heavily, I think about those houses sitting empty in the mountains. About fresh tire tracks in untouched snow, and people who smile when they're caught because they know they'll be gone before anyone can reach them. Working as an Airbnb cleaner in a ski town keeps you busy, especially during winter season. Properties rent back to back. Everything's rush cleaning between checkouts and check-ins. You learn to spot the usual things: ski gear damage, hot tub problems, the typical vacation rental mess. But this winter, the Barrett Lodge bookings started showing something different. I cleaned for 6 different property owners, all luxury cabins. The Barrett Lodge was my favorite. Modern 4-bedroom up on Shadow Mountain. Great views, heated floors. Usually the easiest to clean. Started noticing weird things there in December. Items left behind that didn't match the guest profiles. Business clothes in closets when booking said family vacation. Food in fridge when guests posted social media photos eating at restaurants every night. Most cleaners don't pay attention to these details, but 5 years in the business teaches you patterns. Family groups leave certain types of messes. Business retreats leave others. Couples have their own patterns, but at Barrett Lodge, nothing matched up. Then, the missing items started. Small things disappearing between my cleanings, kitchen knives, tools from the garage, owner's locked supply closet getting mysteriously unlocked. Property manager blamed it on guests, ordered replacements. But the missing items were too specific, too calculated. Security cameras kept malfunctioning. Only at night, only on certain dates. Tech support blamed it on winter storms, but other properties with the same system had no issues. Started documenting everything, taking photos before and after cleanings. Things would move between my visits, even when booking calendar showed vacant. Last month, found something that really set off alarms. Guest book had new entries, dates when house was supposed to be empty, just times and initials. Same handwriting each time. When I reported it, entries disappeared before property manager came to check. Started cross-referencing booking dates with local police reports. Pattern emerged. Break-ins at nearby homes always happened day after Barrett Lodge had those mystery camera outages. Always when booking calendar showed vacant. Someone was using the property as a base for robberies, watching empty vacation homes in the area. Things escalated last week. Arrived for post-checkout cleaning, found house still occupied. Guy in expensive winter gear said there must be mistake. Showed me booking confirmation on his phone. Looked legitimate, but I know the system. Property was supposed to be empty. Called property manager for my car. She confirmed, no active booking, no record of this guest in system. Guy disappeared before police arrived. They found climbing gear in garage, detailed maps of nearby luxury homes, security system manuals, professional job. Investigation revealed more. Similar reports from other vacation rentals in 3 mountain towns. Same pattern. Fake bookings, security camera issues, missing items. Police think crew's been working ski towns for years, using rental properties as staging areas, learning area patterns, picking targets. I quit the Barrett Lodge contract. Not worth the risk, but I still check the booking calendar sometimes, out of habit. Still see those suspicious patterns. Canceled bookings right before storm systems. Security camera outages on specific dates. New cleaner doesn't notice, or doesn't care. Property manager installed better cameras last month. Added door sensors. Owner talks about selling. But last night, driving past during the snowstorm, saw familiar cars parked out back. Some guests never really check out. They just wait for the next empty booking. Police say they're watching the property, say they're close to catching the crew. But up here, during winter season, houses empty and fill with strangers every day. Hard to tell which guests are real and which are just using vacation rentals as cover. Changed the way I clean other properties now. Document everything. Take photos. Note any items that seem out of place. Because sometimes the guests who leave the smallest traces are the ones you need to worry about most. Sometimes the perfect tenants are just perfect at not being noticed. The Barrett Lodge is still operating. New cleaners, new security system, new property manager. But those patterns continue. Security cameras still glitch on specific nights. Items still disappear. And somewhere, someone's watching booking calendars, waiting for the next vacant date. I keep my records from Barrett Lodge. Dates, times, missing items, strange bookings. Because sometimes cleaning isn't just about tidying up after guests leave. Sometimes it's about noticing who never really leaves at all. In this business, empty houses rarely stay empty. And the people who understand booking systems best are often the ones you should trust least. Managing vacation rentals in Colorado taught me one thing. Everyone loves a discount. So when bookings dropped last winter, I started offering storm specials. Half price if you book within 48 hours of a major snowstorm. Seemed like a good marketing angle at first. Now I know why these properties usually stay empty during bad weather. Started with 3 luxury cabins just outside Steamboat Springs. Remote enough to feel exclusive, close enough for easy access. Most bookings were weekend ski trips, holiday gatherings, the usual tourist stuff. But winter storms scared people away. Nobody wanted to risk getting snowed in. The storm discount changed everything. Instead of cancellations, I started getting last-minute bookings. Always single travelers or couples. Always paying with prepaid cards. Always booking right before the worst storms. First incident was in January. Massive system moving in. Roads already dangerous. Guy books cabin 2 for 3 nights. Pays immediately. Says he's driving in from Denver. Nothing unusual in his profile. Business executive. Good reviews from other properties. Normal check-in photos show him arriving just before the storm hits. Next morning, roads are closed. State Patrol says highway won't reopen for at least 2 days. Guest seems fine with it. Doesn't request refund or assistance. But my security system starts showing weird activity. Motion alerts from all 3 cabins, not just the one he's in. Cameras keep losing connection. When roads cleared, guest was gone. Cabin looked normal at first, then started finding things. Muddy boot prints in other cabins, signs someone had entered through emergency exits. Window screens removed and carefully replaced. Storage areas rearranged. Called police, but what could I say? Nothing stolen, no damage. Guest had legitimate booking. Security footage was unclear from storm interference. They took a report, suggested better cameras. Pattern continued with next big storm. Different guest, same story. Last-minute booking, prepaid card, solo traveler. More security alerts. More mysterious access to empty cabins. This time found printed papers left behind. Maps of area properties, alarm system manuals, notes about police response times. Started researching my storm special guests. Credit cards all traced to empty accounts. Profile photos matched random LinkedIn pages. Contact numbers went to burner phones. These weren't spontaneous vacation bookings. Someone was using my properties for something else. Last month got worse. Family of 4 had to extend their stay in cabin 1 when storm hit early. Same night, got storm special booking for cabin 3. Middle of the night, family calls in panic. Someone trying to enter their cabin through back door. Police took 2 hours to arrive in the weather. Found professional lock-picking tools dropped in snow. Fresh footprints between cabins. Investigation revealed larger scheme. Crew using vacation rentals during storms as base for robbing empty properties nearby. Storm special rates gave them perfect cover. Legitimate reason to be there. Guaranteed isolation, delayed police response. They'd book one cabin, use it to access others, monitor area security. Changed all policies after that. No more storm specials. Minimum 3-night bookings. Enhanced ID verification. Better security cameras with backup power. But damage was done. Insurance rates doubled. Lost regular bookings when story got out. Sold 2 cabins last month. Keeping one to recover costs, but no single night stays, no last-minute bookings. Still get requests during storms. Always solo travelers. Always prepaid cards. Always urgent need for immediate booking. Yesterday, during blizzard, caught someone checking door locks on empty cabin. Said they had booking confirmation. Showed me email that looked legitimate. But I know my system. Property wasn't even listed as available. They disappeared before police arrived. This morning, another property up here reported break-in during storm. Same method. Someone booked adjacent rental as cover. Used it to access multiple properties. Because some guests don't come for vacation. They come because storms mean empty houses. Slow police response. Perfect cover. Still get booking requests before every storm. Different names, same patterns. These people know rental systems, know property management, know exactly when to book, what to say, how to appear legitimate. Makes you wonder how many vacation properties are being used this way. Keeping records of every suspicious booking now. Patterns, dates, names. Police say they're building case, but these guys are professionals. They understand something most property managers learn too late. Best time to break into empty houses is when you have legitimate reason to be next door. Sometimes drive around during storms now, checking other vacation rentals. Keep seeing familiar patterns. Cars parked at properties listed as vacant. Lights and windows of empty houses. Because storm discounts attract more than budget travelers. Sometimes cheapest booking is most expensive in end. Now, when storms approach, I shut down all bookings. Better to have empty property than wrong guests. Because some people don't need to break in when they can just book ahead. And sometimes biggest threat isn't storm outside. It's person who planned to be there when it hit.